we previously talked about the alleged post-credit scene for Hawkeye, which would have seen Clint send the Ronin sword to Kingpin, and a warning message that if he comes after him again, he knows everything about him, and the Ronin is gonna reemerge and go after him. And that was debunked, because now we got the official post-credit scene. So the original post-credit scene that I mentioned was exclusively reported by the Cosmic Circus. Now again, I said during that video that I don't entirely believe this because they have been rather inconsistent. They've been called out for having some fake scoops out there and directly just called out for sometimes having things not line up. And this was one of those where, to me, I even said it at the time, it sounded fanboy-y. Sounded fan servicey. Like I didn't believe that the Marvel writers would do something like that, which obviously would then mean, hey, Clint's got to come back for the Echo show, right? Because if Kingpin is back to his old ways, well, I mean, you know, they just had a run-in with one another. But this time we got the confirmation of what the actual post-credit scene was, and this comes from Elena Scott, who actually has a lot of Marvel credits to her name. And what was revealed is that the post-credit scene of Hawkeye was meant to have the owl that took the bros, and it took their van and dropped it off into a nest, and then it cut to black. But they decided to cut it because obviously they thought it was kind of hilarious. This is where they end up, but the implication there was those dudes in there just became owl food, right? Probably a little too I mean, it would have been better than what we ended up getting with the terrible musical. Sorry, I still don't like it. I see you guys that are mad at me. I don't understand the nuance of that. Ooh, the word nuance. It's bespoke, right? Yeah, you all using those words now because essayists or whatever. Look, I wanted something that furthers the, end goal in the story. Neither one of these would have done anything. The original fan servicey one with the sword and Kingpin probably would have done that better than anything here, but again, we learned that that wasn't even a real thing, so ultimately, in the end, it doesn't really matter. The show is behind us, we gotta look forward to what comes next, and ultimately, did they ever get back to the owl and the van? Probably not. They're probably never gonna get back to it. It doesn't matter. It's such a small little thing. Although this is Kevin Feige and Disney, knowing them, they'll be like, we gotta fill in this plot hole, greenlight a tracksuit mafia show and explain how they came back. I'm not lying to you, I would watch that in a heartbeat. So yeah, what's your guys' take on this final version of the post-credit scene? Any more interesting, or you just don't care anymore, just move on?